Hey guys, this is Golden Nova of the Card Sharks here, and as you can see right now, we have Gladiator Beasts. I've been running Gladiator Beasts for a while, but I've never really broken that barrier of winning locals or something. I'm not up to that level as of yet. But because of the ban list now, and me hearing that Gladiator Beasts are gonna be all the rage until Shining Darkness, I figured that I would ask you guys for some help. You know, we've had a lot of other people interview. I've ran out of them for the moment, so I figured that I should get you guys' opinion on my Gladiator Beast deck. So let's get started. 2 Lacaries. Good 1800 points starters, and when they tag in, they have 21, which is fairly big for their level and how easy they are to get out. They're also the basis for Huralkanos, makes them essential. 2 Equestes, because I love to get stuff from my graveyard back to my hand. It helps keep my options open, and with War Chariots, I can just keep recycling them, and I won't have to worry about my opponent's effects, just spells and traps. Next is Murmio. Pretty simple. When he tags in, he blows up a face-up monster, so it's good monster removal. Samnite, basically for Test Tiger. It's cool if you can activate its effect, which is if it tags in, you destroy a monster, you add any GB's card from your deck to your hand. That's useful, but with 16 attack, unless your opponent's on the defensive, it's not going to help you. Hoplomys, excellent 21 defense for a level 4, which means it can stop even a Cyber Dragon, so it's a good starting of the game blocker. And then when it tags in, it's got 24, so just like kind of slip that in the defense position, and like, oh, hey, look, that's a free tag out. Unless they are smart and know that you may be running Hoplomys. Secutor, horrible to draw into, excellent to tag into. If he battles, you get to special summon 2 Gladiator Beasts from your deck, which amounts to awesome field advantage, being able to use any effect that you need at the time, and setting up for contact fusions for Hurricane Gyzarus. Rediari, I'm not going to lie, I don't use him for anything except for removing from play, and as a card that I can say, oh, hey, I need the tech out. Well, Rediari's gone. But yeah, this does a lot of passive damage to your opponent. Not in life point damage, but in limiting their graveyard options, especially if they're playing Blackwings, and they want to play Vayu or Blizzard, and they want to pull that monster, but oh no, it's gone. Rediari removed it. Darius for scooping up gladiators from the graveyard to set up for contact fusions. I don't recommend keeping Darius in the field for long. They'll definitely get rid of him and stop your field advantage. So if you use Darius, you should be setting up for contact fusing. Bestiari, the basis for Gyzarus. When he tags in, destroy a spell or trap card, but he's more deadly for contacting for Gyzarus, which means 2 cards destroyed for absolutely no cost. 3 Test Tigers, why not? Any good GB's deck will run 3. You basically special summon this when you have a G-Beast, then you tribute it to take that G-Beast back to your deck and bring out any other one that you want. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that than to say that it makes any Gladiator Beast a blessing. Prisma, to basically use as fusion material for any of the contact fusions. Most useful for Gyzarus. Rescue Cat, as long as Samnite's in your, if you have a Samnite and a Test Tiger in your deck, it's basically an activated Gladiator Beast card. You summon it, tribute it for Samnite and Test Tiger, then you pitch Test Tiger to make Samnite any other Gladiator Beast that's useful at the time. Cyber Dragon for the easy field advantage. If you have nothing and you need to make a comeback, Cyber Dragon, and normal summon your G-Beast, have fun. DD Crow for the same reason as Rediari, except I can dump it whenever, so if they want to play Blizzard, Lumina, or Darius, I can say, oh, what's your target? No. DD Crow. 2 Proving Grounds, I know what you're thinking, run 3, I know, but I just can't find another common, which is a lame excuse, I know, it's a common. So yeah, flame me for that, but I really want to run 3 of these guys, so just so you know, I know that. 2 Smashing Grounds. 3 seemed a little overkill. And 2 just seems like enough to kill a lot of things. It usually ends up killing anything that I really think is threatening on the field. 2 Enemy Controllers. I like the idea of taking an opponent's monster, because sometimes them playing in defense position doesn't sit well with me. I can still hit them and do the tagging out, but I think it'd be better if I had some to spare and take their monster, use an effect if it's useful, or tune with it, stuff like that. Respite in case my hand gets clogged with cards that I don't like or can't use at the time, like Murmio or Secutor. Halberd is an experiment. It's an equip card that after every time the equipped monster attacks, it destroys a spell or trap on the field. It's mandatory, but since it returns to your hand every time the equipped monster tags out, you can play whenever you need it. So if your opponent has a lot of back roads, you can play Halberd, and then you can tag out whenever your opponent isn't using back row anymore. Speaking of back row, basic spell and trap clears, MST, Heavy Storm, Giant Trunade. 2 War Chariots. I should be running these at 3, but once again I don't have the room for a 3rd one right now. And it's recyclable effect killing, so that's awesome. Bottomless Trap Hole, because I don't want to deal with things with 1500 or more attack, especially if I definitely have to settle for having a Murmio or a Rediari on the field, or if they just special summon Christia or Judgment Dragon. Dark Bribe as spell and trap negation until I get Heraclinos, and even then I need Dark Bribe to get rid of counter traps. Defensive Tactics, I run it at 1 because it's recyclable, and over Waboku because it's recyclable. Trap Dust Shoot, basically cheap. You look at your opponent's hand, see what they're going to be doing for the next 2 or 3 turns, you're set. Call the Hunter for the surprise Gladiator Beast, make an awesome comeback. Mirror Force to protect my monsters from being swarmed, and Solemn Judgment to stop anything else. Extra deck is pretty skimpy. We have 3 Hercs, 3000 attack monsters, which can negate spells and traps by discarding a card in your hand. Pretty awesome. With a little bit more help, along with the Heraclinos, you've won the game. There's very little that can get past a Heraclinos War Chariot lockdown. And then we have the 2 Geyserises. I need a 3rd one, but I can't get my hands on a 3rd one. So right now I have to hope that my opponent can't stop 2 of them. When it hits the field, I get to destroy up to 2 cards, which helps get rid of anything that I think will get in the way of my Gladiators. Any back row cards that I think are dumb, like Mirror Forces, any monsters with 2 high defense or attack, you name it. And last we have the side deck, the DD Crow, in case I think that I need to do more quick removal. Jowls of Dark Demise to be a Gladiator mirror match fodder. 2 Kaikus for the removal. Soul Release in case I need a big amount of removal. But I don't have the room for the Kaikus, but I don't think I need it as fast as the DD Crow. Defensive Tactics in case I go up against a tech that swarms more than it does effect damage. Mind Crush, which I can use against nearly any high tier deck since they tend to search out a lot. And the Light and Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors in case I go up against any dark or light attribute decks. Namely the 2 big ones. You know who they are if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's my deck as it is now. I'd appreciate the comments, the critiques, because I'd like them more than, hey, your Gladiator Beast deck is awesome, Ponage! Or, your deck sucks, Ponage! This has been Golden Nova of the Card Sharks, and thanks for watching.